McDonnell Miller, when we hear that term or that company's name, what it usually brings to mind is a low water cutoff or water feed control device on a boiler. They make a variety, probe type, float type, etc. What we're going to talk about today are a couple different styles of float controls for 150-pound class boilers. The two basic styles that they have for the 150-pound fire tube or water tube boiler are the 150, model 150, and the model 93. Of the two controls, the McDonnell Miller 150 and the 193, the 150 is more basic. It provides only on-off feed control, and it also operates as generally your primary low water cutoff. A secondary low water cutoff would have a manual reset button, and it wouldn't serve to turn the pump on and off. The 193 head gives us a second available feature, which is modulation. So the slide wire device that's available in the 7B switch will basically throttle a modulating valve, allowing us to modulate feed water according to the level in the boiler instead of on-off operation. The head also has an on-off switch for our burner limit, and the 5B switch, which can be changed out with simply swapping out 4 bolts, would give us on-off pump operation and the limit function. So this control gives us basically the ability to modulate instead of turning a pump on and off. If we look at the column for both of these controls, they look very similar. And the flange surface on these, the mating surface, is identical. So you might presume that the different heads are interchangeable in these columns, but in fact they're not. The 193 column has a larger internal volume than the 150. So that's required because of the float mechanism. If we put a 150 head in this column, it might not maintain the proper water level. If we put a 193 head in a 150 column, it's certainly not going to control correctly. The float's actually going to bind in that housing. So the 193 McDonnell Miller head and column are a great option. It's a low-cost way to have modulation on our boiler feed water, and that's a good feature to have on a boiler because it allows the makeup water to basically match your steaming rate, which is going to give you more stable, more consistent boiler operation. It's just important to remember that if you want to do that upgrade, it's probably going to be a piping change.
Appreciate Jude covering the McDonnell Miller. Now, if you would like to get a McDonnell Miller, obviously you go to boilerwarehouse.com, as we have got all kinds of McDonnell Miller here. And also make sure you like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you don't mind, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, share a video. We'll see you next time on The Boiling Point.